Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Adjusting Success. Today, we're going to go through startup mode. Any questions you have, this is live. So as your questions come through, we're going to go through it together. And I'll post them up here on the screen so we can go through them together. I also have my feed on my Facebook page going this time. I saw questions last week and I didn't even know they were showing up. So I got that going. I'll answer any questions you have: marketing, business, practice management, hiring, firing, growing, scaling, selling, buying, leases, commercial, whatever it is they want there. But today I'm going to just kind of guide the conversation because the questions that we got over the weekend were, the countdown music, just getting more spiffier each week. Was about startup. What would you do? A question that came through is, what would you do if you were starting up a business brand new? What would you do over the next 2 months so that you could start it up for January? And I thought that was a great question. And that's what we're going to go with here, is what we should do for startup mode. And this could be like opening up a brand new business, or it could be you've been in business for a while and you're starting a whole new endeavor within the business. This could be starting your virtual practice within your business. Maybe you do functional medicine or nutrition. This could be scaling or lateraling to something else. Maybe you want to bring in a completely different modality, physical therapy, whatever it may be. These things that we're going to go through are all going to be important with scaling in any way, or growing or starting up. So this is what I would do if I was starting a new business in 2024. What I would do to get started is you've got to have a website ready to rock and roll and your brand ready to rock and roll. That's first. So you have to get that done, put that all up as you're networking and meeting people. That can be done at the same time. It's just nice to have your brand done so that you can have a business card, or you can have somewhere to send them to, a QR code, a link somewhere with the information of the services you're going to offer. So that's step number one, is definitely have your brand down, have your networking going, meeting people in the community. Who are you going to be working with? Maybe first, maybe think about people that you can be working with, who they help, and maybe what the overlap is with who you're going to help. That's probably the best start. Is with that. Then moving into networking, truly networking with people, getting into networks, just meeting one-on-ones, getting to know what they do. And then the marketing kind of starts from there. So before you even get into your place, or before you even have a place, and I've got a few examples in my business, maybe moving into red light therapy or weight loss or primary care, nurse practitioners, whatever it is, those are all considered startups within your business. And for each and every one of them, you have to build up the hype. So if you have a business already, the best thing to do is to create a wait list for the product that you have, or build up surveys and ask people about what they're looking for. So I'm assuming this question came from a business that we are already going to start up and know what we're going to serve. So at that point, the best thing to do is workshop. So the whole point about networking and meeting people in the community is finding a place where you could do workshops, community events, get to know you events, whatever it is. When I first started, I found a great pizza place, local owner, met with him. He had a nice little space on the side that could fit up to 30 people. That was great. And we started workshops. We did 3 workshops before we even opened. We did April, 2 in May, June 1st we opened. And then I did another one June 12th. I remember that. So we had these all lined up. We had them sold out for each and every one of them. It's pretty easy to sell things out when they're free. Come get free pizza and learn what I have to tell you. That's a good way to get people through the door affordably. I mean, it's an easy marketing thing. You can have salad and pizza buffet style, kind of serve yourself. It worked really well. No room rental fee. You can do salad bars. You can do whatever you want to get to your ideal client. But doing those types of workshops to get people there, signing them up for care there, teaching them about what you do, make sure you have information to give them so that they can walk away, but always have a close. You're always closing. Always closing, never always have a sale there. So that's the best advice there. So having your website to drive people to, having landing pages to drive people to get offers and to sign up for future workshops, and having these planned out to do is probably the best way to start up any business. any business or any lateral. Any questions about that? Let the questions come in. I'll get to them as you guys get in there. Then we start running online ads. So you have your social profiles going, and this is where you start to run ads or boosting your content. So now you want to start boosting content and networking with other people and maybe getting them to boost your content for you. So the people who you've been networking with, you just take a picture with them or you ask them to share or boost your content. That's a great way to get to existing audiences already. This is why you want to build relationships with other businesses around you or even other influencers around you that have a following in your local area. That is always a great thing to do as well. Maybe starting an Instagram group of your local area, Greensville Locals. That's the name of the group. You just start it, you create this group, and you just started posting or sharing content from other neighborhood Facebook groups, and you start sharing their content about local businesses, and you just put it on yours. It's just easy, just copy and paste, and you're building this local group, and you just start inviting people to it. You get other people to invite to it. You just post every day to it. Just copy and paste the local events that are happening, kids fairs, fall fairs, Christmas photos, Santa things, and you just keep posting the local events there. Now you are the moderator and the admin of this group in your local area. It starts to build. Then you can start plugging in your stuff. What if the business will be entirely virtual? Would you still network the way you mentioned? So virtual, so maybe you won't be in the community and maybe you won't be doing the pizza place thing for a virtual business. This one can be strictly online. Have your landing page, your website, and your brand all ready to go for this, and then answer the questions through what your ideal client wants to see through your social media. So you want to be putting this out there saying, how do people even know that you're available virtually if you have no content out there? The website itself is just a digital flyer. No one will see it unless you guide them to it. So this is where you use your online brand to go there. If this is give me more information about what you're doing for this virtual business, because is it tied right into what you're already doing and you're going virtual, or is it a completely different service that you're going to be providing? And is it truly 100% virtual? Can anyone from the country log in and access you and be a client? That's important too. So if it's truly a virtual business, now you can amplify your content more vastly. So if you build something locally, let's say like a chiropractic office, and now you're going virtual, using your chiropractic platform isn't the best idea sending it national, because you've worked so hard making it super local. So we don't want to do that. You want to create a new social profile or convert your current personal profile into a business profile or a digital creator profile. And now you can boost and advertise on your personal without reinventing the wheel. You'll just probably have to go back and clean it up, because people will look at you and scroll through your stuff. So start building content there. So a couple ideas, or opening up a whole new page. If it truly is a new startup, doesn't hurt. It just takes a little bit more work, as you know. Hope that answers that question. Good. Any questions on my page? No. Yeah, I missed a bunch last week. Don't want to miss those questions there. So that's definitely what I would do for startup mode. So that's one or two things there. Keep asking questions. We'll keep going. Get involved in your community. We really need to know an important thing that comes with every business and every corporate space, medium, large, and even some good small businesses, is unique selling propositions. What makes your office or your practice different from other practices in the area. So that's your unique selling proposition. This is the thing that you need to double down on. In a virtual space, maybe your unique selling proposition is really customized access to you, like anytime access to you. If you become a virtual client, what's the best way to access you? Or you can get an appointment with me within a certain amount of days or hours, right? That's pretty cool too. For startup ads, what's the best option? Is it just to get to know or traffic? So for startup ads, we want to create strictly traffic ads. The dollar goes further and your target audience is hit a lot better. So that's a great question. So focus on targeting when you don't have much to lead or convert yet, because people don't know what you're doing yet. So the best way to do this is what, why, and how. So I would do probably the why first. Shoot out a lot of content of why you do what you do. Let's say you're starting up a functional medicine virtual practice, and you'd be like, I've dealt with SIBO, bacterial overgrowth, for years, didn't know it. And I had these symptoms, and I tried everything. I tried naturopathic, I tried acupuncture, I tried medicine. And it wasn't until I started doing my own research where I found out that I could help SIBO myself. And when I did, my health turned all the way around. Whatever your story is, I'm just making this up as we talk. And then you build this up. That's the why you're doing what you're doing now. And then you got into functional medicine. You invested so much time getting certified in this program in functional medicine. And now this is what you want to do. Is because of your story or whatever it may be, or you helped your kid, or you helped other patients with this, and you just want to broaden your access to people by being virtual. So whatever that story is, that's what you will start your ads on, is the why. It's all going to be about you. Why should I follow you? Why should I like your page? Why should I do anything with you? The point of it is to get your name out there. Does that make sense? So start with the why. This is Simon Sinek stuff. I'm not making this stuff up. The why. You start with the why you do what you do. Then you go with what you do. And you start boosting this stuff, boosting or traffic, creating traffic. So when you get the why out there, I would boost. I would just boost. So your target demographic, if you're going across nationally, you can pick 35 to 55-year-olds. You can pick men and women, just women. You can target them. You can traffic them across, and then you can pick demographic stuff in there too. They follow women's health. They follow TLC. You can start picking certain demographics because you've zoned in on your ideal client so well that you know what they follow, what they like. They don't like the McDonald's page. They don't follow promos for Chick-fil-A. I'm just making stuff up. So I really don't know what your lateral is specifically, but if you take advantage of this time, you could give me more information and we can make this all about you. But anyways, that's how we would start there with the why. So I would boost all that stuff and have a very solid, when I say website, I mean landing pages of exactly what you do, the value you bring for what you do, and answering the frequently asked questions on those landing pages. These are long landing pages with pictures. They're with all the possibilities of your ideal client coming to you, so that when you drive people and you link a website to these ads, they're going to this landing page. And on the landing page has a name, phone number, email, a couple times through the page. So they have multiple opportunities to give you their contact info so you can build a list. So this is how we do that. For any business, I would be doing that landing page, a workshop landing page, an event landing page. Your website, remember, is a digital brochure where you can have backup landing pages to it. And you can use that as well. You can use your website as a landing page as well. So that's also an option there. So we do the why, we boost a lot of that. Then we do what we do. I am a functional medicine doctor. I use top of the line nutraceuticals. I said I can use compounding pharmacies to bring exactly what you need directly to your door from FDA approved. I'm making this stuff up. I don't know what you're doing, but whatever your value stack is all there. So then what you do, and then you cycle through the how you do it. The how you do it is how you retarget the audiences that you got on social media, advertising through lookalike and retargeting audiences on there. Simply done on your ads account. You retarget those people who've already clicked or who've already seen your ads, and you retarget them with conversion ads, conversion or lead ads as we call them. Those people will be sent to a different landing page. So how you do what you do. I do it by an in-depth virtual consultation with you one-on-one virtually, where I send you all this paperwork, you fill it out digitally through PDF, I get this, review it, and I'm ready for a consult the next day. Once we go through all that appointment takes about 1 hour, and we set up an entire roadmap that I email you on your course of care for the next 30, 60, 90 days, whatever you're doing, and you send it to them. And you get this going. They've already paid for that first visit. Maybe it's a program. I don't know what you're doing, but That's the why, what, and how. The how is the final step that you're pretty much telling your prospects, not blind leads about, because the how is just too much of a piece of a pie for people to digest market wise. If we were to sit there in chiropractic and shoot how videos, me, the Blair technique, how I get this from a CBCT x-ray, and did these videos and explained how we did it off the bat with my ads, people wouldn't transpire with this. But why I do what I do, why do I do this technique for people? Because it can directly affect the nervous system in a dramatic way when there's interference in that area. That's the example there. So that's the why. Then the what we do is we help people with A to Z. We go through all that, all the possibilities of what we can help with, what we do, what the patient does for that. And then the how goes in there. How do we do it? Well, we take these really cool imaging. We use thermography. Does that make sense? So that method plays a big role. 70% of your content has to be organic. It has to be about you. So everything you're posting out there has to be organic. It can't be sell, sell, sell. 30% of the content that you put out there is sell, sell, sell. So that's a rule. 70-30. 70% of everything you put out there is just, hey, this is me. This is what I'm eating for breakfast. Hey, this is me. This is what I do at 12 o'clock every day. I'm at the gym 4 days a week. This is what I do with the kids after school when I pick them up, whatever it may be. This is how I take all 4 of my dogs for a walk. Whatever it is, that's the content that gets out there. That gets you your viewership. And I've got multiple examples with this. Even in the Marketing 101 Facebook group, the engagement is very low. Even though these people have accepted, they clicked, they said join group, and they want to be in the group, the engagement is low because of the algorithm. So creating a group is a great idea too, but that could also be your Facebook page. It could be your business page. That's a group as well, getting people to like your page. That's a smart group as well. But many of you have this and you know engagement's low. You may have 2,000 people who like your page, and every time you post something, you get 1 like. And you look at the views and impressions and 112 people see it, right? You even look at it. You can see the post. Why? Because the other 1,900 people, it's not even making it to their feed, because the algorithm has determined that those other 1,900 people don't need to see this. These are the 100 people that do, because they may have engaged in some way or form before. If they've never engaged, then you start to lose that. Hence why stupid videos are always the ones that get higher views. The cat video, the slips and falls, the pranking your wife with whipped cream, the stupid TikTok stuff, because people stop on that, and stopping on that puts it up on the algorithm. So how can you be creative and fun with that? I forgot who did the pumpkin spice adjustment a couple of years ago. I want to say it was Dr. Kroos. Was it Dr. Kroos? I forget. It was so smart. Such a corny, like dorky video, because he's hilarious. But he was just, the patient was lying down and he came with pumpkin spice and like drizzled it over, like sprinkled it over the patient before the adjustment and adjusted him. And I remember laughing. I'm like, man, this thing, that's how you get views, but completely useless for his brand and for getting new clients. But cool little things to try and get viewership. Everybody loves cute babies and puppies. Yes, share your dogs and your kids if you're cool with that. Some people are like, I'm not showing my kids on social media, and I don't disagree with you at all. But my kids were cute, so I showed them a couple of times. But your dogs and your cats, absolutely. What a cool thing to share, and people do like that. They are cute. Okay, opening it up for questions. That was my kind of guide. Somebody asked that question. I think it was Dr. Jamie. She said, what would you do if you started up and needed to open in January? And what would you do in November and December? There you go. In 15 minutes, I just told you what I would do to get that rolling, and I would go hard. I would go really, really hard. I'm always, my wife and I were talking about this the other day, always in startup mode. I'm like, what the heck is going on with my career? Why am I always in startup mode? Because I'm a creator. It's what I do. I've realized that. If I'm not moving on to the next, I'm just not, it's not that I'm not happy. I'm just not comfortable. I'm just not comfortable with just this, without a vision or a horizon to look at next. So I'm always in startup mode. And then I get frustrated that I'm always in startup mode because it's the hardest mode to be in. So, I mean, like in Canada, graduating, working as an associate, opening up, buying a practice, figuring out how to run a practice that you bought, scaling, opening up a satellite, getting associates, selling a business, moving, doing it again. And then even here, moving into commercial building, we're in startup mode again. People just signed a lease in our office, nurse practitioners to start primary care in our office, like medical doctors, directors, like this is all nuts. Other LLCs, legalities that happen with that cannot overlap with chiropractic, has to be a completely different entity. How do you get your patients to do both legally? Oh my gosh. But now we have access to IV, vitamin injections, PRP, stem cells, like regenerative medicine. Like it just opens up the door to putting everything underneath your house to become that superpower in your community. That's how you do it. I mean, we're literally now not competing with physical therapists or other modalities in the area. We're competing with major hospitals. We're competing with major medical centers now, offering regenerative and chiropractic and primary care and a safe place to bring your kids who are not going to be given an antibiotic right away. No one's ever going to be offered a flu shot. So they're just safe place. They can ask for it, but they'll never be offered it. It's not a mandatory thing. So that's important too. So anyway, so boost post first to build the page and get the email list going and then start doing ads. The email list is the machine in the background that's always going. You don't have to wait for that. Whether there's one email or 100 emails, you don't have to wait for emails. Emails are the ones you get to directly contact to try and bring in as a lead, as a new patient. So you're going to boost all your why videos to start because you want to build your page. You want to get more likes. And the things that are going to get likes are the why videos. Why I take my dogs for a walk. Why I eat mainly protein breakfast and save my carbs for later. Why, whatever it is, you're posting those videos and you boost them. Boost is cheap. You can pick $20, you can pick $10, you can pick $30 to boost it for 7 days. So, and then the nice thing about that, you only have to do one a week because you can boost it for 5 to 7 days onto the next video, 5 to 7 days onto the next video. You can overlap that too to get that snowball going. So I'll be doing that now in October into November, 6, 7, 8 videos. Then start going into the what you do videos. I'd be shooting those now. So I'd shoot all my why videos now in the next 2 weeks and post them over the next 6 to 8 weeks. Then in November, start shooting all my what videos. What we do, all the things that we do videos. And then I would post the how we do it. The how is the ones that become very easy for us because it's what we do and we can easily talk about that. So then I would start getting into traffic ads with those. Great question. Great question. I have to keep checking my personal page for questions. Okay, no, nothing. Good. They're all showing up here. Nice, because you guys are all using the Facebook one-on-one group. Cool. Do you have a dummy page in case your main page ad account gets shut down? Yes. Yes, it's not a dummy page. You should have your spouse have an ads manager account ready to go. All the billing information filled out, the EIN number filled out, get it verified for the page. Yes, I would have that all going. Do you mean like a dummy business page instead of a dummy ads account? You could have that too. That's a nice little safety net there as well, because Meta won't allow you to have the exact same like EIN number on a bunch of different things, but you can definitely have multiple ad accounts. One person can have multiple ad accounts. I would definitely have someone else have ad accounts as well. And please, if you've worked, some of you still have me on your ad accounts. I see your posts, and I keep meaning to personally message you to tell you to delete me. So, delete me. The point of this is delete all your old ad agencies that no longer help you with ads. Go into the roles and page admin and delete them. You've left them as an admin in there. And they're not going to bother you. They're probably not going to bother you at all. But if they get hacked, your accounts can get hacked. So be careful with that. So yeah, having a backup ads account. Your Facebook page, business page, should never get jailed. It should never get jailed. Because if you ever post anything that is against community standards or against Facebook rules, you don't automatically get jailed. You get a violation and a warning, and then taken down, and it gives you an option of what you want to do. You can argue it or dispute it or just delete it. When they give you an option to delete your post, delete your post. But having a backup ads account, yes, many of you have learned the hard way what happens when you get jailed. Sucks, locks you out. Do you recommend paying website companies or trying to manage your own? Manage your own. Manage your own, hands down. There are no website companies that do anything for you. That doesn't mean not have a website company. It means, let's use ChiroPlanet, for example, big one, or iMatrix, or whatever they are. They use a lot of cookie cutter, and they've learned they've got dung for this. So they use a lot of cookie cutter templates, which are fine. The info has to be very different. And this is why they were no good in the past. They would just copy the info. So the contact us page, everything would be word for word. And that actually hurt all the people that use them. Now it's organic and built content for text. But once you have the website, there is no SEO going on in the background. There is no one doing anything for you. And then you have to level up and pay more per month. So they might get you in the door for $99 a month. But then once they say, hey, we'll do your SEO and send out a newsletter every month and write a blog for you every month, now it's like $6.99 a month. And you're like, whoa. So the answer is no. I would have somebody design your website professionally, but have them maintain it. I don't know about that. We have it maintained for the hosting. That's typically can be 50, 100, $200 a month, whatever that may be. Or having someone, usually what they'll do is they'll design a website for you and then have it over 2 years where you pay it monthly for 2 years. And that gets you the hosting as well. Then once the 2 years is done and you've paid for the website design, you have a choice to continue hosting with them for a fee. That's an option as well. But no, I haven't found one. Otherwise, I would tell you the best one on the market, if you're going to hire anyone, is Inception. Look them up. I'll put it in the comments here. Inception, still today in our profession, does a great job as far as this because they're really loyal to their word. When they say they will not take on another chiropractor within your area, that's true. They won't. I've tried multiple times to work with them and like, sorry, that guy's still with us and he's right down the road from us. So they're great. So they do some basic SEO stuff that actually gets you ranked quite well for Google. It's really important. So good question there. How do you have a backup ads account? It has to be on a completely separate profile. So you can't have another ads account under your name, under your page. So when you have a Facebook profile, it's under an email, right? So that's how when you first created your Facebook page or your Facebook account, you put in an email and a password. Then it asked to verify you in some way, shape, or form, and that became your user profile. You can only have one ad account under that user profile. But I have currently 3 separate ad accounts because I have 3 separate pages. So my personal page is an ad account. I have another business page that's an ad account, my chiropractic page, and then I have like Enrico Dolcecore marketing page that also has an ad account as well. Won't help me if the Chiro page goes down because then I'll have to start advertising as Enrico Dolcecore, which locally might help me, but nationally may not. So anyways, I would have a spouse. A spouse can be an admin on your Facebook page, business page. And then if yours goes down, you can use their ad account who's linked to the same business page. So when they run the ad on the top, it will say Schreier Family Chiropractic, sponsored by. So that's nice for that. Will Google Bard hurt the website's SEO if content is from AI? Yes. I've been really diving more into the AI stuff. Copying and pasting AI will hurt you with ranking, especially with Bard. Bard is Google's AI platform. They're competing with ChatGPT, and they've actually surpassed ChatGPT for information because they're highly current. So now imagine what they're doing on the background. Now they're rereading their own content to make sure it's legitimate so that they can gain market cap. And then now the bots are going to read all this stuff. So if you're copying and pasting, now the rule about this is if you copy and paste like two straight paragraphs with 9 sentences and take that and put it right onto your website, chances are down the road, a bot will read this and then link somehow and say copied material. I just don't know what it's going to do. I just don't know, like, how's it going to hurt you? Is it going to be put into the matrix, into the Google matrix? And when I say matrix, I mean the XY graph that they create with a number of possibilities. That's how you get ranked, right? How is that going to hurt you in the long run? I just don't know. But I'm going to say the answer is yes. Yes to AI. So be careful. So so the point is, change it, copy and paste it. Go ahead. I do this with my blogs all the time. Copy and paste it, put it in there, and then just kind of rewrite it. It's great. I love AI. It saves you a whole bunch of time. But then in there, I got to like put my name in there a lot, the chiropractic clinic's name in there a lot, our city, Tampa, Florida, headaches in Tampa, Florida, migraines in Tampa, Florida, migraines, Full Life Chiropractic. Enrico Dolcecore does Blair for migraines. Don't stand a chance against Enrico Dolcecore at Full Life Chiropractic in Tampa. That the blog has to say that. That's what SEO is. Then all the science and the research in there that you talked about migraines and headaches is ranked when people search chiropractic and headaches. That's where you rank. So then if you're in the area, boom, you become one of the top hits there. So yes, AI, yeah, I don't know where we're going. Right now, AI is just kind of open. It's the wild, wild west, but it's getting tight. They're gonna tighten it up. Good questions, guys. Man, this is the best one we had. The @everybody thing worked. I hate it when people use me with the @everybody in the groups. So I try not to use it, but yeah, good. No questions on my Facebook page. Good. So everything's coming through here on the Marketing 101 page and live. Perfect. Anything else? You got me. You got me right here. What else do you guys have as far as marketing? Business in general. I mean, where are we going in 2024? That's a big one. Want to talk about that? How many of you got all night? It's already 10 o'clock. What do you guys got for that? I mean, we are in a crunch. All of you know this. Even when you say we are doing our best year ever, it's because you've been practicing for like 4 years. That's why. So we're in a recession, a hard one, very hard one. All your clients are feeling it. My clients, just today, I was just having conversations with a bunch of them, and I was like, well, what do you drive? You say after 30 minutes, you start to get this hamstring pain. What's going on? Do you drive the same car every day? Is it like how you have your seat? And he's like, I have a Range Rover, a Ferrari, and a Porsche. And I was like, okay. And it made me, and then the next lady, is probably one of my richest patients ever, like hundreds of millions of dollars. And she came into it. I'm like, something's up. Like, it's only people with money that are coming in like they used to last year, where they were just coming in. Okay, doc, yeah, I'll get that supplement. I'll do this because we're in a tight recession. Everyone else is tight. Everyone else is tightening their. You're going to see this. I mean, your care plans, people like they're not signing it on the same day, right? They're taking it home to review. We haven't hit bottom yet. Long story short, you're in this ride. It's a rocky, bumpy ride. We're falling down the side of a cliff in this recession. And we're not at the bottom yet. We're probably going to hit bottom in January. So just hang on. Hang on with what you're doing. Do the simple stuff. Don't throw money out the window right now. That's the worst thing you can be doing right now is hiring SEO people, digital agencies that are going to do some stupid lateral for you with like neuropathy right now. That's not the best time to do this. Focus on what you're doing and double down on what you're doing right now. That's it for the next 3, 4, 5 months. Just focus through the winter, get through this, because once you're on the other side and people are like, man, I'm sick and tired of pinching my wallet, it's going to be a mini COVID again, where people came out and they're like, I'm sick and tired of being in the house. And you guys all kind of, I'm doing so great. No, you weren't. It was post-COVID. That's why you were doing so great. Everyone was rushing out to get out there, and you left your doors open. That's why you did well in 2020, because I got slapped upside the head how fast we grew, and I was like, whoa, How did I do that? I had no clue how that happened. Then a year later, I figured it out. I'm like, oh, the DeSantis opened up the whole state. That's why we did so well. So I know some of you are in different cities, New York and Seattle. That sucked, but anyways, that's the whole thing there. So hang on right now. Now is not the time to do stupid trials of, Hail Mary passes. It's run up the middle and play action screen passes until January and hope you win the game 10-7. That's how we're going to make it through this winter. So anything else with marketing, business, you guys always have access to me. I know I'm just making myself more accessible. How about doing something like this when you're opening up a new business? Lives, question and answers on your new page that you create. Live with the doc every Thursday night or whatever it may be. And starting to gain credibility in your area. And more ways to do that is through blogs, ebooks. These are all free ways to do these things. And as long as you're not selling them, use AI. Use AI to help you get these things done faster, edit them properly so that they're more of your information, and use these as free ebooks. Like a free ebook is a great landing page for a traffic ad. Boom. Functional medicine for 2024, the new age of functional medicine, the gut, what we know as far in 2023, whatever your ebook is, you give it away for free. You get name, phone number, email, you build your lists. So that's how to utilize ebooks. That's great. Good. Are we good with this stuff? Any more questions? I'll wait a couple more seconds, check my page one more time. One more time, just in case there's any questions. Don't want to miss anything. No. One notification. No. Great, guys. Thanks for joining us every Monday night. Invite others. Marketing Matters in Miami. That's going to be great. I am trying to host an in-person 2-day workshop just in summer 2024 for all of this, where you come for 2 days and you walk away with the exact things that you need to double your practice. That's what and I'm going to bring in others to come and speak on that as well. Just need to know who's interested, where you'd want to go for that. It has to be in person. I'm old school. This virtual stuff like this, it's great, but to get a group of people together and for all of them to immerse into something and ask legitimate, in-depth questions can only happen in an intimate setting where everyone's together. I truly believe in that. You can't do this virtually because you just don't want anyone to judge you in the comments section and all that stuff. But give me some feedback about that. We already got a lineup of speakers to help you do that, and people who can fast track your business. Of course, I'll be there as well. But that is something. Think about that. One last question. How long have you been seeing the pullback on patients spending less and not buying? I've noticed it since April. Hard. I've noticed it since January. But in April, it was like a screeching change, major change. April, May, and then this summer was just like, oh, yeah, it's a recession for sure. Like people literally coming to the front saying, I can't finish the payments on my care plan. Can you do something? They're not even asking, can you do something else for them? We're saying, hey, can we spread that out longer so it's half the payment per month? They're like, no. They're just looking at the front desk saying no. Usually you can work around it. You guys know me. Closing skills are really good. I can't make them bend. So I've noticed it since April. I don't know where you guys are at. I'm here in Florida. I coach clients in Michigan, Canada. Who do we have right now? We have Wisconsin, Missouri, Florida. Yeah, I've been, and everyone around that time has noticed it. I had a startup in Wisconsin at that time in May. Slow start, doing all the things that we said. Slow start. So have you been noticing it? I'm going to ask you guys a question. Comment in the section there and say, have you noticed a change in 2023 compared to 2022? Yay or nay? We've noticed it. Even with our leads, trying to get them on the phone, our ads work. We get tons of leads just the past few months. Yeah. 3-4 months, maybe you'd say. Yeah, for sure. I mean, and that's logistics. So I started calling out people in some of the bigger groups that when these questions are coming up and you get a few people saying, yeah. And then all of a sudden, my best month ever, my best year ever. I went and snooped around on who they are. And I mean, they're in different predicaments, different situations, and doing multiple things. So most of us work on our one thing, our office, and don't have multiple other things going on, which is okay. And it's normal. It's fine. It's healthy. So don't buy. The point of that is don't buy into the propaganda. They have other situations they're in where they're doubling down, putting tons of equity back into the business to do that. Most of us don't run on that type of profitability, 30 or 40%. Most of us run, take our paychecks and then run on a 10 to 20% profit if we're running. How many of you have 20% profit every month? And your capital just keeps growing by that each month. That's a healthy business, but very rare in the chiropractic profession because we are the sole proprietors who live off the fat of the business, right? So don't feel bad about this stuff. Do not compare yourself to anyone. I got a new kid across the street from us. He took over the practice and he came in to get adjusted. He's like, "Oh man, you guys are right across the street from us." And he walks in. He's like, "Oh my God, this is like you made it." I'm like, no, don't compare. You don't know how long I've been practicing, how long it took to get here. He's only been out for a couple of years. So don't compare. But this is probably the best comment of the day. The people that are coming in are paying still. I just gave you the example of the guy. His 3 cars are Porsche, Ferrari, and a Land Rover. Yes, they're still paying because those are the people you should be focusing on. So when I said double down on your list. The people who are coming in right now live in neighborhoods who their next door neighbor can afford to come see you. The other ones who live in the other neighborhoods who said, I can't afford my care plan right now, have neighbors that probably don't have the time or the money to come pay for chiropractic right now. But if they're in enough pain, they will. Short-term acute care, anybody will. Anyone will access care. Everyone can afford whatever they want. They just can't afford everything they want. So you can afford anything. If you need something tomorrow, your air conditioner breaks down, you get a flat tire, you guys can afford to go buy a new tire, right? And you're going to find a way to do it. So yes, seeing more high-end, yes, referrals and people close to my office that live in a good area. Yes, that's me too. I agree 100%. We're seeing that as well. Double down on those people. The people who are coming to your office right now, no matter what city you live in, it's because they can afford your care. So this is your focus, whether you like it or not. Sink or swim. I'm giving you the buoy, the life vest to double down on who's in your office. And what does that mean, double down? Just your time and your effort. You're going to double down on them. When they come in for their adjustments, make sure it's great care like you always give. And at the very end, hey, here's 2 business cards. Let me know if anyone else that that you think about or that you play at the tennis club with or you play at the top end golf course with a full-time membership club, country club. Whoever needs me, come on in. I fix golf swings. If they come see me, they'll shoot a 72 tomorrow. That's what I tell them. So just do that. So when finding location, find good household income. Of course, demographic. Need to know the demographics. You want to be around or close to good demographics. Of course, that's just the name of the game. I mean, people who can afford private care, right? That's what chiropractic is. Yeah, that's my answer to that. Yes, good household income. Know the demographics and where to target. So even when it comes to marketing, know the zip codes you want to market to as well. In case you ever do digital or direct mail, where are you going to spend your money? That becomes more expensive. We do regenerative medicine in our office, and the only way to market it is with direct mail. So we know what zip codes to send to and pick restaurants that are close by and know the ideal client in those zip codes so that they probably will come to the dinner. 40 people will show up, 4 will buy stem cells. And stem cells cost $10,000, by the way. So, I mean, that's a completely different game. That's a completely different game. But how many of you would love to sell $10,000 care plans in your office? You can do chiropractic care plans for $10,000. You just got to beef them up with a lot of value. Maybe that's an annual care. Maybe it's a 12-month care plan, right? Becomes $800 a month. What do they get for that? There's ways to do it. There's ways to do that stuff. So yes. So that, good. Anything else? Any other questions? Check one more time. Good. Not missing anything on my page. Awesome. Good, guys. Good work. You've got access to me anytime. And you guys do a great job. Many of you Facebook message me whenever you need it. I really do love it. I do love trying to come up with the right answers for you guys. And we're here for you every Monday. What else we got going on? Marketing Matters in Miami. What other good events are out there coming up in 2024? We want to host ours for sure. So let me know where you guys would go for that. I know you guys always pick like the town that you live in. But if you had to get on a plane, where would you go? So I've been leaning to Banff, Canada, where I grew up, and just, it sounds like a great idea, but to fly all the way to Calgary, you need a passport if you're from the U.S. It's a long haul, but when you're there, it's a VIP experience. That's what we're going to do there. So you walk away from that event and you're like, holy smoke, I spent my time in one of the most beautiful places in the world. That's what we wanted. So that's my idea. But if you think Chicago would be better, let me know. That helps me plan it. But anyways, guys, 45 minutes. I think that's long enough for all of you. Have a great night to your success. Bring those questions in. Ask the questions during the week. And then what I'll do is I'll do them as a live on Monday. It gives me content so I can actually have something laid out for you every Monday. That'd be great. If you don't, I'll always have something useful that you'll learn from. Good. All good. Questions are good. Perfect. All right. Good night.